Mr. Smith, the Boletti-Boitoni Trust is generously supporting Mitmach Musik with its 3-year project Building Bridges 2.0 around the world in music. Your trust primarily supports promising young artists in their early adulthood with artists' awards and fellowships. How did you come to support an organization that is, let's say, more oriented towards grassroots music education for children, with what is now your second grant?
Yet back in 2019, BBT's co-founder, Ilaria Borletti-Bertoni, wanted to develop a second strand to the Trust's remit, and so our BBT community grants were launched. Initially conceived as one-year project grants, this funding was targeted at excellent small music charities that were working hard to reach underprivileged and underserved communities through classical music outreach. And it was back in 2019 that we were first introduced to the work of Mitmach Music by Mitsuko Uchida, a good friend to Franco and Ilaria and a valued member of BBT's Artistic Selection Committee. We got to know your work, and a first grant quickly followed to support the original Building Bridges project. This programme brought children together from Berlin's different refugee communities to make music, and what was particularly remarkable to us was how this work was delivered during the coronavirus pandemic, clearly adapted with care and achieving great impacts.
What made you decide to support Mitmach Musik Berlin again last year?
Fast forward to 2025, and with 3 rounds of community grants under our belts, and responding to feedback from many of the charities we had helped, we decided to revise the way this funding strand operated. And so we focused our support on a smaller number of organisations with funding offered over 3 years to develop and deliver projects over a longer time frame. And I'm happy to say that Mitmach Music was one of the 4 charities that we were able to support in this way.
We've already had a chance to hear and see the first results of the new project. What specifically convinced you about this project?
Building Bridges 2.0 around the world in music builds on the earlier project, and so far has delivered a first weekend workshop last spring and an orchestral day last autumn. What we really like about this new project is the genuine integration that sits at the heart of the planning, bringing together children from refugee communities with other Berlin school children. And it's just wonderful to learn how effortlessly everyone has worked together, with the more advanced students acting as mentors and role models to those with less experience. All the more remarkable given how this is happening in such a short space of time. We're also very happy to see the wider artistic canvas on which this music making is built, with Syrian food and Kurdish art, which are enriching the musical experiences of all those taking part. The project is clearly building mutual understanding, encouraging curiosity about new cultures, and helping all the students to use creative and critical thinking and shared experiences to overcome common challenges.
What are your hopes for this project and the time remaining?
We've already seen early plans for the next 2 years, which feel developmental and really energising, and we hope to be able to offer Mitmach Music the flexibility they need in order to make the very most of the funding we can provide. We want our relationship to feel like a genuine collaboration, to add to the partnerships that Mitmach Music is leveraging to make the very most of the project that they can. We're really looking forward to seeing how these musical bridges will continue to be built over the next years.